Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Volleyball Kickback Show. Hey, I'm in a good mood today. I am in such a good mood because, I'm doing something that I love, right? I haven't made an episode of this podcast or this volleyball show in about 3 weeks, and um, it shows. Like, it really was showing. I haven't been as active as I have been on social media, but that's going to change this week because I'm back to my regular scheduled program. And I'm going to be back to bringing y'all all the extra graphic designs and all the colorful content and, doing what we do over here at Crossing Courts Volleyball, which is pretty much everything that you don't already see. In this episode, if you haven't already, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and that you're following me over on Crossing Courts Volleyball on Instagram. And I'm not sure what my what is that thing called? My TikTok. I'm not sure what my TikTok is, but I am gonna go ahead and start up my TikTok again. Okay, because I'm finding a new love for what it is that I'm doing, and I'm getting real comfortable being myself in my own platform, on my own platform, which is very weird. But when you start something new, you don't really know if people are gonna take on to it and if it's gonna, really get some traction. But baby, I'm doing it for me. I ain't doing it for nobody else anymore. I am doing this because this is something that I love. And yeah, so make sure that you are subscribed to the channels and following on all the pages. And I'll link everything down below. So don't worry, I'll do all the hard work for y'all. All y'all gotta do is click a button, and then all you gotta do is click follow or subscribe. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode 5 of season 2 of the Volleyball Kickback Show, baby. I hope you enjoyed this episode because I had so much fun, so much fun speaking to our guest today, Krystle Esdelle. Sorry, uh, if if y'all don't have international friends, y'all need to step up y'all game with y'all friends. If you don't have black international friends, you need to step up your game because there is something that black women bring to the table, baby. That's something we don't do a lot uh, as a nation, as a people, Homo sapiens, human beings, is really give black women their props, give them their love. And this episode in particular, baby, the black girl magic was overflowing. So thank you so much, Krystle, for really giving me that island girl love. Trinidad, Tobago, y'all got some love coming from me from Crossing Courts Volleyball. I don't know how, but one day I want to make sure that I really do express my love to y'all because y'all have produced 3 out of 3 beautiful black women that have all shared something so differently in their own rights, in their own ways, that it cannot be manufactured at all. So without, before we get into it, Shannon, Kendry, and Krystle, thank you so much for being the strong black women that y'all are, and for contributing nothing but positivity and love to my life. Um, what more can I ask for? And one thing I want to do on this channel is really start to, and I was already doing it, but really unapologetically start supporting my black sisters, supporting my brothers as well, my black brothers, um, because the world really needs to experience what it is that we bring to the table. So now, without further ado, y'all get into this episode. Get your tea, get your snacks, get whatever you need, because we got a good one today. All right, I see y'all at the end. Oh, ooh, hey. Oh, girl. Hey, sis.
What was that reaction about?
Look, because I was sitting there, I get so on my phone, and I'm sitting here replying to messages. I was like, what did I do last night? I went to the beach. I did volleyball. It was really nice. And I was like reminiscing in my mind. And then I was like, oh, I hope she ain't here. And then I looked up and I saw an extra little square. And I was like, oh well, my bad.
I am.
Okay, we're here, boo. We here. How you doing?
I am tired.
Ooh, I
I
bet.
just rushed from practice. I'm like, guys, I gotta go.
Boom, boom.
Yep.
Yes. How is practice going, by the way? How is Albania? Like, how is
Right?
Albania?
It's like volleyball in Albania. Everybody's reaction is like that. And then it's like, I'm like,
It's volleyball.
it's volleyball. I'm like,
But that's good though. I mean, hey, you said y'all are getting ready for playoffs or y'all in the playoffs already?
we're in the playoffs already.
Okay. How's
Yeah.
that been?
Oh, we won one of our games and we have another
Oh,
game tomorrow. So if we win these two, we have to go to play first and second.
okay. Ooh. Exciting, 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 exciting.
It is
That's
exciting. It's been stressful because the last few weeks because we were training, getting ready for this, and the coach
Mhm.
was on our ass like, "You better get this. If you make a mistake here," I was
It's
like
crunch
glad to get
time.
to. Yeah, I was like, I'm glad to be here.
Yes. But like that's I was thinking about this last night actually while I was at the beach because I was like, what am I gonna talk to her about? Let's see, like what we gonna switch it up a little bit. But I was watching one of your videos on your YouTube channel and you were saying how oh, I know, right? You said which one? No, no, no. It's a no. It was a good one. I mean, they all were good, but the one particularly was how you got into the national team, and you were talking about how when you were younger, your coach was like, "Do you want to get paid for volleyball?" And you were like, "Wait, what? Like, you
I
can get
was so
paid for this?"
that was really because all I knew about volleyball back then was going to college.
Hmm.
So before he came, I was like, you work and you get a scholarship, you go play for school, and then you
Hmm.
go to school, and then that was it. But when he came, he was really, really like with his broken Spanish English, he was like, some stupid person will pay you to play volleyball. I was like,
Okay, and they
right?
surely will. You better get paid for what you do, what you love to do.
Listen, I've been doing this for so long. 4 years after the I joined the national team, I went pro.
Mm,
So it was just like, oh, I won this. I am going to have it. You said I can do it. I have never seen anybody did. I've never seen anybody did it because we were like I was one
mhm.
of the first people to go play professionally from Trinidad. So there was
Ooh,
nobody before me. So I had nobody to like what to do, what to expect. So I was just thrown into this world,
mhm.
and I've been navigating it like this ever since.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting to be one of the first to do something, and it's not like I mean, it's so like to do something on an international level, right? To like have
Right?
young girls and young boys back in Trinidad be like, oh well, Krystle did it, so like maybe volleyball is for me, but maybe instead of volleyball, maybe they want to do something else, but because you did it, uh, like hey, like why can't I do it as well?
And this is what I tell anybody that wants to, like, when they come up to me, I'm like, you can do anything,
Hmm.
anything that you want. I'm like, you want it, you can have it. You know, just do it. Because children do come up to me and say, I want to play volleyball too. I'm like, do it. Do it. Don't,
Why not?
yeah, you don't need an excuse. Just do it.
Yup, I mean, look, you better do it now while you young, while them knees still working and them.
Listen, this has been I'm like, yes, Lord. Like, yes, people are like, oh, Krystle, why don't you retire? I'm like, look, as long as God is saying my body's healthy, my body's strong, I can do this, I will do it. I will do it. I
Hmm.
will do it. Until the knees say amen, I'm like, amen, let's go do something
Okay.
else.
Okay, because once the
I am
knees say, "Look, hang them up,"
nobody is going to
I'm
retire
done.
me until I always say until God's ready for me to stop, then I will stop. Nobody is going to retire me. A lot over the years, many people have tried to retire me. I have been
Mm,
fighting this for years. It's like some people even told me, "Oh, you're like this age. Why don't you go and have babies, or why don't you go into coaching?" I'm like, "Are you happy with what you're doing?"
okay.
And they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm happy what I'm doing. You,
So mind your business. You stay over there.
that's right. So my, you stay with it. Enjoy what you're doing, and I'll enjoy what I'm doing." Because
Hmm.
I had 2 years down in the pandemic and I was considering maybe I should retire, maybe not. And
Hmm.
that's was before I came to Albania and I was like, hmm. And then a lot of these people, a lot of like people keep contacting me, Esdelle, you want to play here? Oh, what? I'm like, okay. I
You
was
can
like,
do
yes.
it.
I said yes, and I came out here. I was like, yeah, I can do it. So 2 years I was down. I didn't play anything professionally. I was just
Okay.
training in the gym, working out, eating, taking care of my body. I was just doing the normal stuff.
Hmm.
And then this coach here, she called me. She's like, Esdelle, I saw one of your videos. I want you to come play for my team. I'm like, I haven't trained volleyball in like 2 years. She said, "Ah, that's okay. That's okay. Just come. Just come. You're experienced. You're an experienced player. You can add so much value to the team."
Yes.
And I was like, okay.
Okay. See, and
Yeah.
that's what we like too. You can add value to the team. It's not just, oh, I just want you to play like you're a pawn. Like we want you to be and like to give to what we got going on. Like that's
Yes.
such a feeling to have somebody recognize you from just a video of you playing.
Yes, that was a video of me playing. It was and when she said, I was like, okay, and I come and because I told her I wasn't training, so I didn't touch a ball in like so long, and I explained that to her
Hmm.
before I come here. So it wasn't like some people would lie and be like, oh, we're fit and we're ready, and when you meet them, no. So I was like, no, I'm not going to be on because I've seen that over the years playing
Hmm.
professionally. Players lie, they come in the team injured, and it messes up everything for everybody because we were expecting you to be on point and go time. And you come into the team, you're injured, you're this. And I was like, I don't want to be one of those players. I want to be honest
Yeah.
upfront. This is me, this is what you get, and if you could work with it, we work with it. If not, okay, find somebody else. I don't make
Hmm.
that a problem. And she was like, no, 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 come. And I'm
Yes.
in
Okay.
Albania.
And I'm in Albania. Look, because I was like, okay, I know she playing somewhere over on the other side of this hemisphere, so I need to see where she at. And then I was looking, and I'm like, okay, some of these words I can't pronounce. They got little dots above U's and things. I'm like, uh.
This
So I had to
alphabet
click on
here,
it.
they have, I think they have 36 or 40 something characters in their alphabet. I'm like, I'm dead. I'm like, good morning and thank you. Bye.
What just happened to the 26? The 26 letters, and that's it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But what surprised me about Albania is that so many people speak English.
Ooh, really?
I'm in the city, Tirana,
Hmm.
and so many people speak English, and not the broken kind of English where you have to kind of trying to figure out what they're saying. They speak really well English. I mean, some people do speak the broken one, but there's so
Hmm.
many that speak English properly. Like you can, like I walk into the supermarket and I was like trying to speak, and they were like, "Oh, we understand," and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
Oh, okay.
So it was
All right.
fine. Yes, it was fine. So if anybody comes here to visit or sightsee, they'll have no problem, and they speak English. They'll have no problem navigating through here.
Mm,
It's
see,
it's yeah, it's easy.
see, I was wondering about that too, because I was looking. I'm like, okay, we got a little Italy right there. We got a little Serbia right there. Like so many different countries. I'm like, maybe it's like a mesh. Like, do people speak Albanian or is it just
It's
English?
Albanian. It's Albanian, but it's like
Okay.
they call all these parts, like this part of Europe, Balkan country.
Okay.
It's not like the European Union where everything is a little more organized, and this here it's a little volatile, it's wild. Here it gets wild.
Okay.
It gets wild out here.
I don't know, but how?
Oh
Like,
my
how does
gosh.
it get wild?
No, no, no. Out here you can You can pay for something and get it done. It doesn't matter. You can get it done. In the
Okay.
European Union, you have to go through the system and get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Here, nope. Money talks. You get it done.
Mm-hmm. See, that's just like in the USA. You got to get a permit for this. You got to talk to this
Right.
person. You got to get permission. And I'm like, but y'all ain't paying for nothing. So why is it so hard for me to get what it is that I want to get done? But you said over there they don't care. They say where the money at. Where?
Where exactly? Oh, here they're like, where the money at? Okay, you want this done? You get this done.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I'm like, shoot, I might have to take a little trip to Albania, get mess around and
Oh
get
my
caught
gosh.
up in Albania.
If you love coffee, you would love
Mm,
Albania. The coffee shops here are less than 50 cents US. Yeah, I have two American teammates, and every day they go for coffee. Every day. Every day they go for coffee because the coffee is so
uh-huh.
cheap, and it's like they get two big cups. Like, okay, we'll have this in the morning, go this in the afternoon. It's so cheap. There's so many beautiful coffee shops, nice music, nice atmosphere. It's inviting.
Mm,
Some of them have people where you can smoke inside. Some of them you don't smoke inside. It's amazing. Like if you love coffee, the vibe here, you can carry a laptop. It's not busy or disturbing. It's just chill, and you can enjoy a good cup
really?
of coffee. Yes.
Dang. So, like, out of is that an experience that you've had quite a bit, like playing in different professional programs and professional teams, like going overseas?
Yes.
Or is that like pretty, I guess, just for Albania? But you say, yeah.
No, when I travel to different countries, I like to go in. I like to go exploring. I like to see what is in this country. I like to make friends with the girls. I like to make friends with the locals because they know where all the good spots are at, where everything is
Mm-hmm.
cheaper, where you can get this. I love that. I love making friends with the help at the venues anywhere I go because they know the really. I mean, they know where the good stuff is at for low
Mm-hmm.
prices.
Oh, yes, for low prices, not just the good stuff. We need the good stuff, but affordable.
But affordable. Yes. I mean, ain't nobody trying to go broke trying to look. No, we got other things
No,
to do. We got other
no.
things to do. So I make friends with everybody when I come here and I go sightseeing. I've been to so many like sites here that are on TripAdvisors and all these things. I've done that, and every
Mhm,
country that I go, I like to embrace the culture of that country. Like when I was in Turkey, they were the Muslims, and I had so many friends that were Muslim. Like I would go into their homes, I would eat, they would show me the customs and welcome you. It's an amazing experience because I like when I travel for volleyball, it's more than that for me. It's getting to know these people and experiencing their lives day to day and how it is. It's an amazing experience. But I love to travel anyway, so
mhm. See, and
it
that's another thing. I wish U.S. the states culture was a little bit more geared towards that because I feel like a friend and I were talking about this last week. How I feel like the USA is very much kind of like just cut off. Like this is what we have, and then y'all have that, and then somebody else has their little slice, and but there's no real camaraderie amongst like the community itself.
mm,
Like when you go to another country. That's why I love hanging out with just people that are from other countries because I feel like y'all just understand just I don't what's the word like there's like a sense of family. Like everybody is this is what I have. You bring what you have to the table. You don't need to be any more or any less. You just come as you
yes.
are and enjoy each other. And that's the energy I like to be
Of
with.
course. Why should you like show off? And because when I go into teams, you meet some really nice players, you meet players that are wealthy, you meet players that are poor, but we're all in one team. And and the coaches like to make us into a family or a one unit. So we all get together, we gel. I mean, not everybody does it, but you make you make friends and you learn a lot about these people because you're there for 6 7 months
Hmm.
together, living, sharing meals, going out together, hanging out. So you build a bond, and you learn their culture, and they learn about you, and it's a really nice experience. You learn, and that's how you grow in volleyball because you learn new things that they have to offer from volleyball as well. You bring something to you bring your power, and they add. to you as well when you play professionally. It's just not, oh, I'm going to play and I'm the boss. No, you
Right. Like I don't like that. I don't like, but here's the thing too. I'll be telling my kids, my little babies when I be coaching them, I said, look, it's two things you can do on this court. I don't care whatever happens. The first thing is you can always move your feet. Okay? You can all footwork, move them feet. And the second
right.
one is communication. And you have so many when you go to these, I'm assuming when you go to these international programs and these teams, you don't know who you're gonna get. You don't know what country they're gonna be from. You don't know what language they speak. But if y'all cannot communicate on the court, ooh, I don't know what to tell you. So
You're
you
gonna
better
be
humble
clashing
yourself.
and butting heads and fighting and giving people the side eye. Like, it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be messy. That's why coaches,
Okay.
you have to adapt fast into the system. And like you said, communication and really move your feet. If you say,
Mhm.
I'm getting this ball, everybody knows you're getting that
You're getting
ball.
the ball.
You're getting that ball. Your hands are open. You're like, fine. Nobody's going there.
Hmm.
She got it.
She got it. Look, and I'll be like, y'all better go get it. And if you say it, don't back
Don't
out
back
from
out.
it. Don't move. Oh, girl, I thought because you had took that, you moved, and I thought you was
No,
gonna
you
get.
have
No,
no
no, no, no,
excuse.
no, no, no.
You have no excuse.
You said out your mouth. You
Yes,
have said.
you have no excuse. You, especially on a professional level, you have none.
Mhm.
None. It came out of your mouth. You better do it.
I can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like literally going through that with my kids now. I like toss a ball to one side. They'll be like, "Oh, I got it," and then toss the ball to another kid. They'll be like, "Oh, I got it," but then I'll toss it in the middle, and they'll both be like to each other. I'll be like, "Wait, what happened?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I thought they was gonna say they had it." I'm like, "No, no, like you gotta want it." And they'll be like, "Oh, okay, 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 we got it." And I go to hit the ball again. I go to toss and do the same thing. They'll be like, well, we both said "I" at the same time. I said, "Yeah, but okay." It's like y'all gotta want it. They were like, I know, but I don't want to hit her. I don't want to hit him. I'm like, well, that's why you talk to each other so you can,
Right?
communicate with each
You
other.
communicate. Okay, I'll get this one. You get the one after, and you move.
Hmm. A little something, something. I just need the ball to be up. I just need it not to hit the ground. That's all I need. Okay.
Listen, I had coaches. I had practices where the coach had us just rolling on the floor, getting the ball up. He's like, I don't care what's happening anywhere else. When you come in this gym, this ball does not touch the floor. I remember one time we had to go, the ball, we couldn't get, we had to go to 10. It was ridiculous. And because we had to spike, block, serve, defense. And that was like one. You had to do three actions for 1 point.
Mm,
Good.
mm.
And you couldn't like place the ball. You had to go power and get
Ooh.
it. Yeah, it was like you had to power it up. You couldn't just go and like, okay, place it,
Uh
control.
huh.
No, it was like
No.
you gotta power it up. Touch that ball. It comes back to you. Power it. Listen, after these things, I'm
Okay.
like, but everybody knew that ball wasn't touching the ground because that ball, we did not want to go back. We had to get that 10. We couldn't go
Hmm.
back to 0 because he would minus a point for one action or inaction. And it was like, go, 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 come back down. Go, 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 come back down.
Uh huh. But you know what? You know what? I bet you that cardio was on point after running them stairs in Jean Pierre complex. Because wait. Before we get into it, but my assistant coach, Kendry, she from Trinidad, and she tells me all the time about them stairs. She said we would have to go up and down the stairs, and that was just one. She
Yes.
said, and then what about the days when we had to run outside? She said we had no air conditioning. What you mean air conditioning? She said I had asthma. My coach said I don't care. Get your breathing together. She was like okay. Okay, so I got my breathing together. I said, not controlling your health issues with no inhaler. She said, no. If it was that I needed to call the ambulance, my coach would do that. But no, he made me control my breathing. So I know that cardio was on
Listen,
point, sis.
you better get it together or get in that ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
She
Girl.
was right. Oh my gosh, running those stairs, that's a nightmare. Ah, I remember that. I remember running these stairs. And I remember that we have this one hill in Trinidad. It's really long. It takes about, it's an 2 hour run. Walking is like 3 hours. And he would make us run this non-stop. You couldn't stop. You had to run all the way to the top. You can walk back down, but you had to run to the top. And the thing is, like, if you run, you can get in like an hour and a half because you're really pumping up this hill. And I remember, like, some of my teammates, they had asthma as well, and they were like, Krystle, I am not going to make this hill.
Girl, you better. Like,
And the coach was, you know what he would do? He would drive his car behind us to the last person and make sure we get.
ugly, ugly energy. Just stalking. Just sitting in the air conditioning.
Oh my God, nobody couldn't give up. There were so many good moments of running, like running the savannah. I remember one time my teammates, we were running around this Queen's Park savannah. That's the biggest savannah in Trinidad. And they stopped to get guavas, like, you know, this fruit. They
Mm-hmm.
stopped on the side to go pick guavas. So we were running this way. The coach ran the opposite direction and caught them. They had to run double.
All cause you wanted some guavas, some
What?
fruit, some
I was
refreshment.
not there, but I remember they got caught. And I was like, yes, yes. It wasn't me. I was like going home. I was like, see you guys.
Ooh.
Enjoy your run.
Okay. See y'all later. And pick me some guavas on your way back, cause I do want me one or two. One or two. I ain't greedy. Just one or two. Just a couple.
Just a couple running. Oh, the days of running. So much cardio. So much. These younger generations don't
Mm.
understand. They have nice gym. They don't understand what we have been through to become this person that we are today. They don't get it.
Okay.
They were like, "Oh, I
The
wasn't doing that. I'm not doing that."
it's hot outside. I know it's hot outside. We live in South Florida. It's summertime. I know it's hot. Oh, it's windy too. Like I don't care. Like I'll be like, wait, is this a democracy? Are you telling me? Are you putting suggestions in the suggestion box that I didn't even know we had for practices? Y'all little knuckleheads. These little kids, they Because back, let me tell you something. Especially for track practice, for me, um, all throughout the summer, like I don't care if you not a distance runner. I was a sprinter. My coach would be like, "No, you running with the distance runners." Why? Because I said so. What you mean? Why? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Let me just go ahead and run these miles because okay, cool, whatever. But now in volleyball, especially in the sand, oh, that's not a problem at all. Like I got it now. I think I'm somebody out there running with my iron lungs and all the rest of everybody else be like, ooh, ooh, hold on, I need a break. I'm like, stand up. You got it. You got it.
That's what I do. Like these girls here, they're like, "Wow, Esdelle." I'm like, "Wow, Esdelle." I'm like, "Girl, you don't know what I've been through.
Mm.
You don't
Bring your behind
know."
down to Trinity. Go on, come on down to Trinity and do one of them workouts. Do you wait. Let's back up a little bit. Do you think that your teammates, now that you have, do you think that they would fare well with the workouts that you would have to do when you were younger getting into the sport? Like, how do you think they would take them? These grown adults.
I always say to the girl, like in Trinidad, I always say to the girls, like especially in the national team, I said the our coach now is not the coach we had when I started. He's so different. He gives so much leeway. And we asked him that one time, like, why is he different now? Like, he's like, he had to push us to be the example. So now his work is easier because we already know. the system. He had to make us first the exception to the rule. He had to make us the rule first. So
Hmm.
when the other players come, they just copy us. So his job is not as the Iron Man as he was when we were starting. That's all because the girls are copying us. We didn't, but that's the thing. We didn't have nobody to copy when he was there. So he had to drill us and discipline us and give it to us. So now, so when we run and these girls are like tired, we're like, girls, come on, no,
Hmm.
come on, just like what you said, come on, just keep going.
Come on, you got
You got
this.
this.
Yeah, that's. I always wondered, like, and speaking of being younger, so this is a question that I did have for you, because I'm always interested in how people got into the sport. But for you, I want to know, do you remember that the specific moment when you were a kid and you were like, okay, I like this sport. Like this sport is fun. I could see myself in it. But do you remember the point when you were like, no, I love this. Like this is what I want to do. Um, what was your moment? I guess.
I never had that moment as a kid. I
Really.
never. People always think like you know your life as a kid. I never had that. My life
Hmm.
started when I wasn't like after I came out of my home. Like when I started volleyball, my life started. I just did volleyball as a way out because I didn't grow up with anything. I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up with clothes. I didn't grow up with anything. And I saw volleyball. Literally, I grabbed anything to get me out of my village. I grabbed it. I was like, getting out of here.
Let's go.
I'm getting out of here. Really, that I'm not gonna lie. That was it. Because where I grew up, the only thing to do was to get married and have babies. And I
Oh,
knew that was not
okay.
what I wanted. I grew up like that. You get married, you get a job, you have babies. That was a cycle.
Mm.
That was it for me. And I didn't want that. So when I was introduced at volleyball at 17, I started volleyball at 17. I was introduced to volleyball at 17. Club volleyball in Trinidad at 17 years old. And I
Ooh.
was like, I was doing track at the time. And I said to my mom, I want to do this. And she's like, okay, go ahead, try. I
Okay.
tried the volleyball. Yeah, I was 17 years old. A man meet me on the street and I was like, do you want to play volleyball? I was like, yeah,
Okay.
just randomly. And I was like, okay, I do it. And I trained and I got kicked off the national team because the coach didn't like me. Plain talk. He was like, you will never
Yeah,
be
I
a
remember that. You were like, I stood up. I said, that is not how you talk to people. And he was like, when he said to you, he was like, your volleyball ain't even that good. And you was like, wait, what? Wait, did he just
Yeah,
in front of
he
that
in front of everybody, all the athletes, all the
everybody?
other coaches, all the parents of the athletes. I got it good. And
Mm.
I listen, I left that sport. And then it was one of my friends who reintroduced me to the Cuban coach. So when he came and he reintroduced me to volleyball, and he told me that, I was like, because I was working. I did not like working my job. I was a
Mm.
sales clerk in a furniture company. I didn't like
Mm.
that. I was
Okay.
just doing because I needed to make money. I'm not going to stay broke.
Okay.
Right? I am not. I was not. And when he told me I can make money playing volleyball and I can travel the world and do everything, I was like, okay, yes. He said, you have to work hard. I was like, okay, I will sign up for this. I will do this. And it was difficult in the beginning because I'm an island girl. And if rain fall, we stay home from practice. If
Mhm.
it's
I'm like, mm.
if we see a cloud in the sky, we're like, we're not going nowhere. Or if we
Mm-mm.
don't feel like it, we don't go. We just have an excuse for everything. So in the beginning was really hard for me. And the coach was like, no, you can't do that. You have to be here 6 days a week and seven at home with the ball on the wall.
Yes.
And he's like, if this is what you want, this is what you have to do. You have to become this person to get to where you want. And listen, I remember I was like, okay, I will become this person. That was my moment for me because I knew that was the moment. I said, I will become this person. I really remember sitting down with my coach in the back of the bus after I made the national team. And um we were talking about going to college because I did have an offer. I had an offer to go to play college in the US and to go to college and study. And I told him about it, and he said to me, because I was 21 at that time, I had made the national team, and we were talking in the back of the bus, and he was like, Estelle, you have a better chance of playing professionally and making that money, and then you can go to school while you're making the money. He said this to me. That was the only person giving advice at the time for me.
Okay.
And I said, okay. I turned down the offer well, actually, I didn't turn down. My visa got turned down. So I was like,
Okay. Well, then that
well, that just worked
say no
out.
you can do about that.
And then I went to university in Trinidad, and then that program developed where they they put us on a scholarship, and they gave us housing, they gave us food, they gave us education. So it worked out really well for me. So I was like, okay, then. And that was the moment for me when we talked in the back of the bus, and he said, Crystal, you can go far. He really go into detail a lot of things about volleyball, playing professionally and growing. He gave me examples of other players who did it, and he was like, you can go for it. And that moment I was like, okay, I will do this. Volleyball, I will do it. I will do everything I need to become this professional player that's traveling all over the world and getting paid.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was my moment. I didn't have dreams. I let somebody to me somebody gave me a dream, and I took it and I ran with it. And along the way, I became a dreamer. Along the way I
Ooh.
came, yeah, I didn't know before until along, and then volleyball helped me develop skills that I didn't have. It helped me develop, I learned to speak better, I learned to communicate better, I learned to articulate with my friends and understand them better, I learned to be a people person, socialize. Volleyball taught me so much I couldn't learn at home while growing up in Trinidad. Like a lot of things volleyball afforded me, I knew I would not have gotten it if I hadn't said yes to volleyball.
Yeah. There's so two things in that. One, I love how you didn't like you're playing professional, you're overseas, and you've had so many volleyball opportunities, and you did not go play college because I feel like in the volleyball community, at least in the States, it's all about, oh, did you play D1? Did you go play college? Who did you play for? And it's like, you don't, that doesn't define you. Just going and
No,
representing a school does not define you and for what you can or cannot do. So kudos for you for sticking with it and being like, you know what? I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna run with it, and I'm just gonna see where it goes. And then on top of that, kudos to you. And also, I'm proud of you for doing something different that your community in Trinidad and your village, like, you didn't want to just stay home, get married, and have kids. Like, you wanted a little bit, I want to say more for yourself because that's not right or wrong. You know,
no,
that's not a right or wrong decision. It's just a decision that just wasn't for you. So kudos for you for sticking to your gut and being like, you know what, I this is what I want to do. I'm going to do it, and visualizing yourself in it, and just going and allowing yourself to experience life in different ways of life. Like, so kudos to you. And then look where you are now, like in
right,
Albania, drinking coffee every day
right.
with the locals,
And
with your American teammates.
I love it. And this is the thing.
Mhm.
I love it. A lot of the girls here ask me, how can I be so positive? And what I always remember is me wanting to be here. When I think about I wanted to be here and I have it, then this is why I'm positive. This is why I can come and say to you, I'm in Albania. A lot of things can go wrong, but I don't focus on it. If there's a
Mhm.
solution for it, we work on that solution. If there's no solution, I am not going to lose some good coffee or some hanging out with my friends over it. I am not
Yes,
doing that. I am not. Those days are
yes.
past me, and I'm like, mm-mm.
I ain't got time for that. Because if you ain't gonna
No,
be part of the solution, do not be part of the problem. Please do not be part of the problem.
please, please, please. They
Keep that
really
negative energy away.
listen. I am optimistic. If you don't like me being optimistic, please go,
Yes.
go, because I know what I've done in my life. So to be this way, I've always had a like, okay, that's what I want. I'm gonna have it. I don't see it. Nothing around me says this will happen. Nothing around me says that. But I know what I want, and I'm going for it.
And that's
This
all
is
that matters because you only get one trip at life. So why would you sit back? And it's the same thing I talked to Shannon about this too. She was like, "What do you fear more? Do you fear not like trying and failing, or do you fear not trying at all and then being like, oh well, what could have been? Shoulda, woulda, coulda." And she was
ugh,
like, "For me, it's the never trying, and then like, cause you never know. That just sits
never
and festers in your mind, and because you can't get time back at all."
at all. And right now at my age, I have no time to waste. I'm like, next,
Like
next, next.
the good thing about being in your 30s, because I'm right here too. I'm like, look, I did all of that in my 20s. I didn't really like it. I put up with it. I entertained it, but I didn't like
Enter-
it. Now in my
exactly.
30s,
I
you like,
entertained it. Mm-mm. Now I'm like, no, I'm good.
no, I'm
Bye.
grown. I got, I'm grown. Okay, and then the pandemic happened. I'm like, oh, I definitely ain't got time for this because life could be shut down at an
And
instant.
I'm like, I have, like when people come next to me and we're now in this, I'm like, did the pandemic teach you nothing? You had two
Nothing.
years and you learned nothing in 2 years? Listen, I can have practice at 6 p.m. I wake up at 8 a.m. and I eat, say my prayers, and I'm like out of here. I'm like, I'm gonna find something to do today. I want to go see this. I'm gonna see this site. I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna come back to my hotel, rest for 1 hour, and get on the court and do my job and come home and sleep.
Yes.
I am not wasting that anymore. I sat down when I was trapped in Italy
Hmm.
because I that's where the pandemic got me. I was trapped there alone in my apartment for 3 months. Went outside two times, twice. It was twice in 3 months. It was horrible for me. I am not going to sit in
Hmm.
my hotel room and we're free to go outside. And I'm going to be like, I'm tired today. I can be how tired? I will drink that coffee, get that energy, go and come back, do what I gotta
Get
do,
out.
and go. No, I'm not letting anything hold me back.
Yes. Okay. And look, and
No,
I had the opposite problem. Well, it wasn't a problem for me, but my behind when the pandemic started, I was like, I'm gonna go to Target and I'm gonna get me a little net, and that's what I did. I got me a little net, and it was a little like it was a not a you couldn't do no serious things on that volleyball net. Okay, the majority of it was made out of plastic, except for the ropes that you hammer into the ground. But one of them nets where you hit it and the ball goes in and like slingshots back out further than what you actually. It was kind of comical, but I never stopped playing volleyball, and I would just like go play in a park with like four people, and that was like our group. We just kept playing. So like you had to find ways to entertain yourself. You had to work on yourself. I stopped
yes.
drinking during the pandemic. Actually, tomorrow it'll be 2 years since I have quit drinking. So I am like, oh, I know how to feel.
That's
And
why the skin. That's why the skin be glowing.
okay, yes, because I'm like now I can these lights hit and I'm like they're like, oh Maurice, are you? Oh you? How old are you? I was like, oh baby, I'm 32, and they're like 32 because you look. I said, because we say black don't crack for a reason. If you take care of your body, the skin will take care of you.
I believe in that as well.
Yes.
I believe in that as well. I
Hmm.
told like my teammates, I became vegan, and they were like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm like, "No, it keeps my body healthier, because I'm nothing. I'm like since I became vegan, I don't have that pain. I don't have pain. I don't. I mean, there. Okay, wear and tear, yes, but it's
Yes.
not where I used to sit down and be like, "Ow, ow." Now it's not like that. It's not. My body feels so much better. Some the only thing I do now, because I'm out here and it's not, I live in a hotel, I do eat fish because
Okay.
that's the only way to get the protein in, because they don't cook beans, they don't do this. I'm like, okay, okay, I'll go back to eating fish, but I don't eat the dairy and everything because dairy messes
Okay.
you up. But as you
Yeah.
said, it keeps your skin good.
It do. And you put out. I was on your Instagram, and you had a little photo shoot, and you was hitting them angles, and I said, if she don't stop playing with that sun, because that sun is slapping them collarbones and all up in them cheekbones. I said, if she don't get out and go sit her behind down somewhere, I said, 'cause she know better. Then you got one where you was on the ground and you kind of did one of these little moments. I said, see, I said, she playing for the girls. She playing on Instagram because she got no business letting that sun hit her melanin like that.
Listen,
You said,
I am doing. I tell when people come at me, they're like, "How do you do it?" I'm like, "Listen, I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna eat well, take care of my body, and live my life." The
Mhm.
pandemic tried to take me out, but it didn't,
Mm.
and I'm here to. I am like really. When I say I'm gonna do it, I am gonna do it. I have so much dreams and goals and things for the future that I am going to do it. I always encourage these little kids that come on my Instagram, TikTok. We want to play volleyball. I'm like, get out there and do it.
Yes.
I have kids that are in my DMs all the time. They want to play, they want to grow, they want to do this. And I encourage them all the time, all the time. Like when I'm on TikTok live, I call them my TikTok babies because I don't know. I attract so many little kids on my TikToks. I don't understand it. But I do. And they come and they always like, oh, tell us a story, tell us this. And I tell them about when I was growing up. I share with them a lot of things of my life. And they're like, oh my God, this is so good. We didn't know we can do this. They share a lot of their stuff with me. And they're like, okay, I want to travel the world as well. I said, well, you can get on it, write it down, put it where you can see it and do it.
Yes.
It's not,
Every
it's
day.
every people think it's difficult to have what you want in life, but it's not difficult.
Mhm.
You just have to be willing to put in the work to get it. I, I'm
Mm,
I
that right
always say
there.
this. I always say this. Put in the work and always get it. Before I came to Albania, I said to my mom, I said, I am going to leave Trinidad now. That was months before. I was like, okay, this is the time.
Mhm.
I said, I am tired of being home and I want to go out and play volleyball again. And I sat down and I said to mom, I'm going to leave Trinidad. And that's it. I just said it to her. And I kept saying it. I kept saying it over and over and over. Every time somebody would say something, I said, no, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to leave Trinidad soon. I did not see it. I was like, I'm going to leave
Mhm.
Trinidad soon. I packed my suitcases in December. No contract, no offer in sight. And I'm telling everybody, I'm leaving just now. I gave away stuff, clothes, makeup. I'm like,
Yes.
I'm leaving Trinidad.
With no contract, no nothing.
I was like, they want to go hang out. I said, okay, make it for a week because I don't know what's happening the next week, but I can come this week.
Mhm.
I literally did this, and until my mom, she started saying she's gonna leave just now. She's gonna leave just now. My nieces said that she's gonna leave just now. And this offer, it happened so quickly. The offer came the Monday. The Saturday I was in Albania.
Oh,
It happened so fast. I said yes on Monday. Saturday I was in Albania. Gone.
dang.
Yeah. And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, Krystle, it's nice to meet you." I said, "I knew I was leaving months ago in November. I
Mhm.
already knew I was going. This is nothing new for me. It's new for you, but I knew I was leaving.
Right. This
I
is new
already
for you, but not for me.
my family knew. My family knew months in advance
Mhm.
she was gone. And I say this to anybody I meet. I said, just say what you want to happen and put things in place for it to happen. It
Yes.
will.
The power of manifestation. Like if you believe it and you put enough energy into it, oh, you'll make it happen. You
Oh,
absolutely will make it happen.
and I didn't understand that at first until
Mhm.
because that's how my life went with the
Mhm.
volleyball, with the career. Every step of the way, it was me. It was about me wanting something to happen, and it did. And now that I'm older, I actually understand that pattern and that trend. So now I tap into it, and I'm like,
Mhm.
this is next. This is next. I didn't
Okay.
understand. Yeah, so I'm like, this is next. This is next. This is next. Like everybody's like, oh, what are you gonna do next season? I'm like, that I don't know yet, but
Mhm.
I'm sure I'm gonna be playing somewhere.
Okay. Somewhere. I mean, would you play again in Albania?
No.
Oh, or you just okay? So, but why? Okay, I was like, wait, before I come up with some reasonings, why would you not want to play in Albania again?
One thing for me, like in the Balkan countries, the courts are very cold. They like these courts were built years ago without heating system in
Oh,
them. And I
oh,
got here in February and it was very cold. Now it's warm. The courts are perfect now. And this is
okay.
April. So it was like 2 months the courts were very cold. And I don't like training on a cold court.
Hmm.
That's a no
That's
for me.
fair.
I mean everything
That's
else is beautiful. Like I don't mind training, I don't mind the girls, I don't mind, but when it comes, because that's how you get more injuries and more pain and everything, that coldness creeping into your bones, I don't like.
hmm yeah.
That's the only thing I don't like. If that was better, then I'll be like, yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, wait, I thought you liked it over there. You made me, shoot, you painted a picture for me. I was like, hold on, let me get my little passport stamped real quick and come on over to Albania. But yeah, I feel that because you and I, we are not built for the cold. We
No, and
need some sun.
I have played in Europe in many teams, and it was not cold on the court.
Mm,
And that's the thing. When you come into the cold is outside. When you come into the gym, it's not hot, but it's not where you're freezing.
hmm
You know what I mean? You can train, you
Yeah.
can get into it. It's not something you're dying of thirst or nothing. It's good. Here it's not like that. And that is the only thing for me. Other people they don't mind training the cold, but for me, I mind.
Mm.
It
I
doesn't
mind
it's
too.
not for me. Yeah, it's not for me.
Shoot, down here it'd be like 70, it'd be like 70 degrees and a little breeze and no sun, and I'd be like, "Ooh, where my jacket at? Where the hoodie at? Where my long sleeves at?" And it's like it is 70 degrees. I'm like, okay, but it's 70. I'm used to being like 80 some degrees every day and hot, and being on the beach. Like, you drop that temperature 10 degrees, and it's over. It's a wrap for me. I'm staying in the house. Hey, what do I need to go outside for? It might as well be a blizzard outside. I don't want
Right?
that.
I am like, if it's cold outside, it's cold outside. But when I get indoors, it needs to be warm.
Warm.
If cold is out,
not,
if outside is cold, inside is cold, we're gonna have a that's where my problems start.
not cold to cold. I'd be like, wait, hold up now. So the only warmth I'm gonna get is in my hotel. What is the problem?
No. Listen, my teammates, this is the first week they saw me sweat.
Really?
Yeah, they were like,
Well,
"Oh
I
my
guess
gosh."
it's been cold.
They were like, "Is that you're sweating?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do this." But they were like, "You didn't do it before." It's too cold to sweat. It was like literally now I'm drenched. Like before I would just get a little sweat here, but now I'm like my face. They see it in my face. It's coming out. I'm like
Hmm.
sweating. They were like, "Esther, you're sweating." I'm like, "Yes, it was too cold before." And that's an indication for me. It's too cold.
Yeah.
It's enough. I played in Poland, negative, where the temperature was negative in like in degrees Celsius. It was
Hmm.
negative. Poland was really cold, but I didn't have this problem with the cold on the court. You
No.
didn't notice. So that's
Mm.
for me with Albania. That's the only thing. But everything else
Okay.
is really nice.
Okay. Okay. So where would you any ideas of where you would like to play, or are you just like, I'm just wherever my whoever wants me, that's who gonna get me. If it
Yeah,
aligns,
yeah.
that's where I'm gonna go.
I'm kind of like that.
Okay.
I'm kind of like that because where I'm at now, I love volleyball, but it's not like how it was when I was younger, my main focus.
Hmm.
It's something I enjoy doing. It's like now it's just like I love this. I can do it. I'll just do it. I'm just doing it because I can, not because like
Hmm.
it's not
I
that
have to.
anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I do enjoy this. I love being on the court. I love the and I love this. But it's not my like life anymore. It's not like the main character in my life anymore. It's not. So I'm just like wherever I go, I just want to have a now I know like I want a warm court. I want this here. I want like these are the things I want now. And I'll be good. I'll be happy and contented with anything else.
Mm, yes. Okay. See, I like that. I like the spontaneousness of it all. Just like I'm here for the experience. I want to enjoy myself. Because if you like what you, I'm a firm believer. Like if you like what you do, if you love what you do, you'll be great at it. You'll make sure that you are head and shoulders above the average. Like because it's what brings you joy, and so automatically you're going to put the time and the effort into it. So I love that.
I love it. I love volleyball. I do. I do.
I do. Me too. Obviously, like me too.
Yes.
So what other ventures do you plan on having this year? Because the season's about to roll down and come to an end. So as summer rolls around, do you have anything that you want to share with us that you got going on that's coming up?
For me, I want to get working on launching my, well, I don't want to say launching because
Okay.
I haven't set the date yet.
Okay.
But I am working on my own my beauty brand. I am working on that because I love makeup and I love the things. So I'm
Ooh.
working on that. So that's coming.
Okay.
That's coming. I am working on it. I'm working on getting my hero product out.
Mhm.
So you guys will see that.
Yes, I'm like, are you and your girl? Are you and Miss the Cannon? Are y'all gonna be doing some collabs? Because I know she is into the hair, she's into the beauty, the skincare. Y'all skin be
Listen,
on
thank
another
you.
on another world. Cause I'll be looking at y'all Instagrams and YouTubes. I'll be like, how is a skin just so like, and y'all be indoors too. It ain't like y'all be outside with the sun slapping y'all, but a little
No, we be
incandescent light and the skin be popping. So
right. Listen, the skin be popping. I love it. But this is what I love to do. I am a makeup artist. I got into that because of Shannon and Day. I got into makeup because of them. And I am the one now that's like doing makeup. I'm here doing my teammates' makeup. Everybody's like, Crystal, do my makeup. And I'm doing this thing because I
yes,
love it. I love this. I want to be a makeup artist for athletes. Like, this is my dream. I want to be like this is next for me. I want to be a makeup artist for athletes, like do their makeup for them, whatever they
hmm
have events or whatever it is. I would be that girl, and I want
yes,
to have my own brand. I want to have my own studio. I still want to be traveling, so I can be like, oh, Esdelle, come to this country, you want to do it here? I'm like, I'm there.
ooh, okay, international.
Yes. And this is my next dream in the next few years. I'm going to be a traveling makeup artist with my own brand, my own cosmetic line. I am working on this. So this is me for the future. Yeah, and
Yes,
I,
and
I
you.
still plan to do stuff in volleyball where if I could do program developmental and these things, I still have a heart for that, to getting the younger ones up. I have a passion for that as well.
Yes. But and two things that is so unique. That's why we're trying to tell my kids like make yourself as unique as possible. Like the more unique you are, the just break out the mold. Don't do what everybody else is doing. I feel like that's what this generation is doing. Everybody doing the same
Copy paste.
crap. So it's like,
Copy paste.
okay, right. I'm like, it's just a different person, but it's the same content, essentially, same challenges. Everybody doing the same everything. So I love an original idea because there are press conferences, there are post game interviews, pre game interviews, there are interviews with sponsors and all of
I
that
know because
stuff.
I've been an athlete that when we have photo day, my face,
Hmm
they couldn't find my shade of foundation. They couldn't get me to look like all the other girls because they couldn't find nothing for black girls out here.
hmm
So I was always
hmm
struggling. So I was like,
Yes.
no. I mean, yes, black is beautiful. I can look beautiful naturally, but I want a little extra.
Okay. Wait. What you won't do is slip that in there like I didn't catch it. You said, "Well, I'm black because I can look good. I can look good naturally." You said, "I really don't need makeup. It's what I choose to put on." But trust,
Like,
know, and believe, I wake up like this, sis.
yes.
No black girl magic. You, you better let the girls know, and that is so true too. And even just So a little fun fact about me: when I'm going to sleep, uh, I love watching makeup tutorials because I find it so fascinating and so artistic how like the whole process how you can have some people they just be layering it on. Some people just put a little dot, just a little here and there, and just the
Yes.
color combinations and like what you wearing and just like the confidence that it draws out of people is so crazy and it's so
Yes.
relaxing to me. So I'll sit there and watch like 2 hours of somebody doing their makeup. So I will be watching you. I will be watching
Listen,
your tutorial, sis.
this is what I want to do and I'm going to do. I'm like, I'm going to get my tutorials going because I had them before, and I was like, I don't know if I should continue, but the girls I meet every day, they're like, they ask me all the time how to get this, how to do this. I'm like, okay, I am bringing it back. So I'm
Yeah,
working on that's why I'm working on my social media, getting it back up. I am going to do events. I want to do events this summer, like where I teach athletes how to do their makeup, so
yeah,
they don't have to, go to somebody. I can teach them, and this is what I'm working on this summer. I want to help them because makeup is a big part of this volleyball world. Any athlete.
yes, ma'am. And it's especially because if you want to, like, while you're playing, like, that's something very unique, like makeup for athletes, makeup
Yes,
for black athletes. Like, where there's so much room for that. I don't know
that was
anybody that
my
has anything like that.
struggle. That's why it came about. It was my struggle, and I created a way for my makeup not to fall off during the sweating and everything. Like I can play with a full face of makeup, and after 5 sets of volleyball, my
Mm,
face will be intact. No foundation is off, nothing patchy, nothing peeling. I have done that. So this is something I want to bring to
yes.
bringing. This year is gonna be a good year for me.
Yes, okay, because I got you. Look, all my friends, all my people, they just everybody is doing something for themselves. Like, and that's why I love doing these podcasts and these interviews because it's not just the volleyball player. Like, there's a whole human being than what you see on or off that court, like just around the sport. So I'm excited. I'm excited. And then Shannon got her book coming out sometime this year. And I got my
Yes.
hands full with the girls. Y'all done got got so much coming out. Yes.
Yes. So this is it. Makeup for athletes for me. I am doing this. I love it. That's why I'm saying volleyball is my dream also, but I have
Mhm.
this new baby that I want to see birth in the next 3 to 5 years. It's gonna be like,
Oh my gosh. How cool would it be if you like went around and did just like I mean, I guess you could start out with that too. Just like as you're coming up with content, maybe do a couple of your or you could do like little interviews for your team, but then you're asking the questions while you're doing the makeup and you film it, and then that could be like a little get to know my teammate and me, and just start building a nice little camaraderie with your teams. Like
oh,
that's hot. That's cute.
that will be my next. I will schedule that as a live on my, like, give it live
Ooh,
so they can ask the questions. I will do that. I will
that's
do that.
good. I'm
Yes.
tuning in. For sure. You let me know. I'm gonna be tuned. I'm gonna be glued right up in the look, all up in the camera. Like what y'all doing? Okay. Now what you using to blend the crease? Let me see the crease again. One more time.
Yes, that's a very nice idea. I'll do that. Look out for that.
Yes. I got ideas for days. You just let me know. Anytime you need help with an idea, I'll be coming up with ideas on the fly. It's
Well, oh,
crazy.
you better be ready.
Yes. I'm like, wait, you want shoot, you can do my makeup. I don't care.
Oh,
I do not care.
oh, bet. I will
You
be
let
there
me
to do
know.
that.
Let me know what shade I am, and I come prepared. I come cleansed and everything. The canvas will be ready for you, boo. I have my hair
Yes,
all tucked back with a little band on it and everything,
yes.
just like you with the little wrap. I'll be
Hmm.
good to go.
Oh, I love that.
Well, Boo Boo, lastly, before we get off, can you tell us where we can, all your social media, where we can find you? Because we're going to make sure you get these followers, Boo Boo.
Okay. Um, my name is Esdelle Krystle on Instagram, and my
Hmm.
beauty page is Esdelle Krystle Beauty, and well, YouTube is Krystle Esdelle. So it's just my name. If just my name is Krystle Esdelle, and if you put the Esdelle before the Crystal, you will find me.
You'll find me.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything is it's very simple. Just
Yes.
I don't like to complicate.
Okay. Thank you for not having, because when we was younger, well, I don't know if y'all did, but when email addresses was coming out and emails was starting to be a thing, people was coming up with some real trifling handles for that.
When I got to university, our our teacher, he scrapped every one of those things. He's like, you guys are going to be needing jobs one day, and this will not help you.
Too
He
cute for the
scrapped,
club, 69. I'd be like, wait, what? Like
yeah. Oh my
at
gosh.
at AOL, at Yahoo.
Scrapped every this. Baddest bitch, this, baddest bad. He was like, "Mm."
Okay.
He was like, nope, ain't nobody bad here. He
Uh,
straightened everybody out. So
could you imagine? Like, oh yeah, okay, so I would really love you to be on our team. Where can I send you? Oh, you can send it to DABADDEST, Dubaddis, BITCH, B is capitalized, underscore 69, number 4, U, just the letter U, at yahoo.com. Yeah, that's the only email address I got. I'm sorry. And I made that when I think I made that when I was a sophomore in high school. I think I was 16 when I made that. But like, what? Girl.
no, no, my email, no, 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 no. Listen, I can see the horror stories. Clubs are gonna be like, no.
Okay, so she's problematic. Let's leave her at home.
That's exactly what you get.
Oh, my love. Oh my gosh, that was
Oh,
okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let you go get some rest. I'm gonna let you wind
I'm gonna get
down.
dinner. See, the light is
That
gone.
too. Okay, what you
It's
getting
what?
for dinner?
It's 7 p.m. I'm going to have a salad
Okay,
and some pasta and some shrimp
okay,
tonight for dinner.
okay. That's cute. See, you better than me. I would have been like, y'all got burritos, y'all got tacos. I want a burger. They got McDonald's or something like
There's no McDonald's here.
probably good. That's probably a good thing. Well, Boo, you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much. This has been ah this
Yes.
episode coming out on Wednesday too, because I have not done these in like 2 weeks, actually 3 weeks, and I miss them so much. So thank you for bringing the energy, Boo. I
Yes.
needed it. I loved it. Thank you for giving me some of that black girl magic because I needed it today, sis. I needed it today.
You got it. Anytime you need a little push, I got you.
Thank you. And trust me, I will be sliding them DMs talking about you got time to talk because I just need a little chuckle. Right, just right quick, right quick.
I'm there.
Okay. Well, boo boo, you enjoy your pasta and your ensalada, and I will
Mhm.
talk to you so soon, boo.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you later. All right, friends, that pretty much does it. And by pretty much does it, that is the end of our episode. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. And if you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, that you like this video, and share this with some friends because Krystle is somebody. Ooh, not me burping. I think my stomach is telling me it's time to eat, which I ain't eat anything today. It's 1:10. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of y'all. And make sure that you follow Krystle on all of her social media. I'll link it down below. And make sure that you're following me, Crossing Courts Volleyball, or my personal page is Momo Goes over on Instagram, but also Crossing Courts Volleyball on Instagram as well. Until the next time, friends, we'll see you later and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.